we missed the best part.
Thank you. So I was going to start tonight by talking about this mushroom story that I had, but I realized that you already knew that I was a really fun guy, so I decided not to do that story tonight. And now that I've got my life science biology joke out of the way, I just want to say that I'm really happy to be here tonight because we are very connected. I've been in this community for a very, very long time. 32 years ago, I was sitting right where you were. 32 years. Yes, I'll be 50 on Sunday. So we have a long history, we have a lot of connections. But our biggest connection is that my son James is graduating with you here tonight. I say he is because I can't say that he should have. For those of you that don't know, my son James passed away this past year after a long fight with cancer, or a yearly fight, I should say. It was a nut line mid-carcinoma, a very rare cancer, and we're missing very much. And the question becomes, why? Why did that happen? And I don't know that I have a really good answer, but there's a lot of people that think that there's reasons and that you can do a greater good from beyond this world. And I'd like to think that that is the case. And I have to tell you that I was very compelled to come here and speak tonight. And I haven't been compelled to do very much of late. And I do believe that it was James's influence that he wanted me to be here, because I think that James is a big inspiration for how to live. He was an amazing person. He was smart. He was handsome. He was extremely kind and unbelievably empathetic. When he was a young boy, he didn't like lotteries because he didn't think they were fair, and he didn't want himself to win because he worried about how it would make other people feel. And that's just the kind of guy that James was. And so you heard Miss Gordon talk about kindness, and I think that that was probably his biggest attribute. So remember that, be kind, use that as an example. Think about other people in everything you do, whether it's the way you dress, or the situation, the actions you're going to take, how are they going to make other people feel, is it the right situation? These are the things that James would have done and always did. He was the politest person I ever knew. And he became even more amazing in the last year of his life because he just grew and became so comfortable with himself. You know, you hear about growth and you hear about change and you hear about people changing throughout their life and learning lessons. And I can't help but think that James learned everything he needed to know before he passed away. And that is just an amazing, amazing thing. I wish that we all could say that when it's our time. So his capacity to change was based on his ability to understand his strengths and his weaknesses and work on those weaknesses every day. It was not easy for him. He was not, he struggled with things just like that we all do. I think it's Alexa Morales in our graduating class tonight who said in her yearbook, her quote was something to the effect of, we're all just people here, we're all growing and changing and doing the best things that we can. And I think as long as we all do that, there's not much else that we can do. So keep James in your thoughts. Let him be an inspiration to you. He was amazing in the way that he just looked at his illness and lived every day. And we're all going to have hard times to go through. And we may need that thing to lean on, and that's what I want you to walk away with most tonight. My wife said to me not too long ago, is it weird to say that we had a good year? And it sounds odd when you're running the chemotherapy and radiation treatments and the surgeries that he went through, but it was all those quiet moments that we really it was just all about love. And I can honestly say that I offered to take him for trips around the world and do whatever he wanted. And he wanted nothing except to be around his friends and family. And in the last moments of his life, we watched the World Cup together before he went to bed that night. And it was just an amazing day. The people that came by and the conversations we had. and it was all just about goodness. So keep him in your thoughts. I hope that this will help some of you during your most difficult times, and certainly keep his ideals alive. Live your life with class in every facet, every way. So when I graduated, I had a gift. The gift was given to me from the person that spoke at my graduation, and it was a brass ring. I don't have a brass ring for you tonight. But I did give you all a little gift, and it's under your seats. Some of them may have fallen off, and I do have extras, but if you reach under, they're kind of tucked on the left side. Yes, they are Pokemon cards. James was a big fan of Pokemon, and at first you're saying a Pokemon card, what does it have to do with this? Well, Pokemon cards are pretty cool because, first of all, they're all different just like you. They all have different strengths and different weaknesses, and if you can't find your card, I have extra tucked in my jacket, so just find me and I'll give you one if you can't find it. But they're all different, just like us. They all have strengths and weaknesses, and they all evolve and change throughout their life, hopefully trying to do good. So if you ever get in a tight spot or you need some inspiration, there's a Pokemon card for you. Hopefully you'll think of James when you see it. And the most important thing to James was not that we held on to physical things, so if you don't like the Pokemon card, it's okay. But just remember him in your own way. That was his last message. So I just want to say goodbye in one more way to honor James. And it's going to be a little Yahoo style. All right, you got some chance in the crowd there. So I'm going to step a little bit away from the mic because it might get a little loud. And if you get inspired and want to cheer in class and audience, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the most amazing class, the fantastic class.
Start cheering it up, people. Let's go.
With the greatest community, the greatest school district, the best band. We've got the best bowler ever. We've got the best AP World Class. And we've got the most love of any community